How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout for episode 23 of Restoration Project Rangers, and it's Champions League time. It's time to take on Bayern Munich in match day 1 of the Champions League Group E in the 2017 Champions League. So it's going to be tough tonight. Definitely not going to be looking for a win from this. I think we just try and keep things as tight as possible and see whether we can nick a goal or two. I'm certainly not expecting to get out of this group. Anything that we can get will be a bonus. As far as things are concerned with the team, we have one injury to Robert Skov, a bruised head, so he'll be missing tonight's match. Wes Fotheringham and Casey Palmer will come back from injury, so they probably won't play. Since the last episode, 2 games, a 0-0 draw with Celtic in the league. Scott Brown sent off in the 88th minute. Pretty even match. I would say we probably just edged it. Weren't able to take the points. Lots of bookings as well. One of those kind of typical Old Firm games, but no goals to speak of. So there was first drop points in the league there. Then when we played Hamilton, a fairly comfortable 2-0 win at home. Probably should have been a bit more. They had a man sent off in the 36th minute. Certainly did have all of the play, a lot of shots. Just really couldn't get that goal. Patrick Bamford has been pretty poor, so he's actually getting dropped tonight. One thing to call out is the attendance is sub 40,000, which is disappointing for Rangers. I would expect it to be over 40,000, certainly being back up in that top division. I think it'll be a full house tonight against Bayern Munich, but that's how things went in the league. Currently sitting joint top with Aberdeen, Dundee sitting 3 points behind us, and Celtic 8 points adrift after 6 games. The transfer window has finished, and there are a couple of things to talk about. Will Vaulks has finally made his move away to Leeds for 2.6 million, so a fairly decent deal for us, albeit we've lost 1.3 million to Falkirk due to the sell-on clause. He's a good player, but as I said before, I want this team to kind of progress, and to do that you have to kind of shift out players who maybe aren't going to really help you get to that next stage. And the guy I've brought in, I'm hoping will do just that. So we've signed Rodri from Villarreal for 1.8 million, 750,000 after 50 league games, I think it is, on 9k a week. And his favourite position is in that defensive midfield role. And the reason why I've signed him is primarily looking at this Champions League group stage and thinking, well, we do have to go a bit more defensive. I don't think we can be quite as attacking as we've been even in last year's Europa run. And Rodri certainly looks, at the age of 21, to be a cracking player. Good physicals, pretty much all in double figures apart from acceleration. Good mentals as well. The kind of areas you would probably want to see from a sort of defensive minded midfielder, apart from maybe aggression is a little bit low, but it's still double figures. And from a technical point of view, good first touch and passing and technique, which is the kind of key things that you're looking for. So he's capped twice for the Spanish under-21s, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on here. So that's the quick run through of what's happened since the last episode. So now on to our tactics for tonight. As I said, Fotheringham and Palmer coming back from injury, and I just feel they don't really merit getting straight back into the team. McCrory has been playing pretty well in the games he's had to take part in, 7.06 in his last 5 games compared to Fotheringham's 6.96. So I think I'm actually going to start with McCrory. It might be a bit of a risk, but I think he deserves that chance. Tavernier is suspended, so Oscar Boer comes in. Mitrovic, Wilson and Phillip finishing off the back 4. Rodri will play as an anchorman tonight. It looks as though Bayern Munich are going to play a 4-1-4-1 formation with Xabi Alonso as the defensive midfielder, so might not need Rodri there, and certainly he can play as a central midfielder, so we might adjust things later on in the game. Certainly looking at the bench, we've got Palmer, we've got Bourne and Oat, we've definitely got options there. Longo is going to get selected up front with Lazo and Pritchard on the wings. which means there's no place for Patrick Bamford, as Hardy will get his place on the bench. Hardy has been in better form than Bamford and deserves it. One thing to call out, Martin Waghorn is now unregistered for the Champions League. Will Vaulks wasn't registered before either. Bringing in Rodri, I really wanted to get him in, and there wasn't really any other way to accommodate him other than dropping Waghorn, and I think Longo, Hardy and Bamford should be good enough to kind of, get us the goals. Well, I say that, but you consider the teams we've got to play. I don't know whether they will get the goals or not, but that's how our team is shaping up for today. And let's get into it then and see how we can get on against Bayern Munich. The sound of the Champions League music back at Ibrox again. It's been a while. So, as expected, we have Bayern Munich going with a 4-1-4-1. Very similar to our own. We're being a little bit more attacking with our wingers. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, Vela and Holt will have their work cut out for them up against Thiago and Vidal, and Philippe up against Thomas Müller. That will be an interesting battle down that wing. At the back as well, Alaba, Benatia, Boateng, Lam and Manuel Neuer. Lots of the San Marino dream team here, as you're noticing maybe if you've been with the channel for a while. So yeah, it's not going to be easy tonight, and I would expect that Bayern will be actually evens. I would have expected them to be a little more favoured than that. Anyway, let's go and see how we can get on. Actually going for a draw. Interesting. Right, do we want to crunch them? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to take that risk and see how it goes. We'll probably end up with Danny Wilson getting sent off again, just like last year in the Europa League semis. Again, not really looking to call out the fact that we're going to be underdogs. We are a team who are expected to win every single game anyway, so you can't really have that kind of excuse. Alright, let's get to it. And obviously switch down our speed and everything as ever. So, I think the key thing here is to take our chances if we get any, and to keep things tight at the back and not to concede silly goals as we did against Stuttgart last year in the first leg of the semi-final. There was a lot of goals that probably could have been avoided. As Campbell comes forward, Thiago, and Campbell again. Fairly slow pace to the game, nobody really looking to make any breaking runs. Thiago still coming forward, Campbell now into Vidal, no one closing him down, 25 yards from goal, into the box, Vidal with a shot, McCrory pushes it wide. A little bit disappointed we didn't actually close them down a little earlier, and I've just realised one of the things that I wanted to do, let's just pause that right there, was to tell Rodri in his role to mark a specific player. Now it seems to be suggesting Lewandowski, but that's what our centre backs are there for. I want him to track the runs of Vidal. I want to see when he comes forward like he just did there, to make sure that he doesn't have the space that he had. Thiago hits the corner and it's a header from Müller, at the front post, couldn't get it on target. All seems to be Munich so far, 70% possession. I don't think Mark Warburton would be too happy with the possession stats. Certainly, you know, if you want to do something, you usually have to have the ball. But this is Europe. It's a different ball game altogether, so we'll have to see how we get on. Improved a little bit now, up at about 36% there. McCrory is well out of position here, so we really need to make sure we don't give away the ball. Mitrovic to Holt. Holt's manages to keep it. I thought he was going to lose to Thiago. I was just about to say he loses out. Alaba now to Benatia, and Longo will close him down, back all the way to Neuer. And yeah, nobody closing him down. I might need to look at the opposition instructions there. Campbell gets beyond Boer, cuts inside. Good challenge there. Thiago with the effort over the bar. Tell you what, if Bayern, if that's all they're bringing to the game tonight, then I'm a happy man. I really want to see us actually get a chance. At the moment, it is definitely all Munich, and we'll have to see what we can do later on in the game. Maybe we can open up with sort of 25 minutes or so to go. Not looking too bad. Longo now is through. Can he finish? That's terrible. That is really, really terrible. I did say we needed to take our chances, and now danger here. Alonso straight into the wall. Once again into the wall. Lewandowski went down there. I am surprised no penalty was awarded. That looked a bit dodgy, as Philip will launch it forward, and it looks as though there could be another chance here for Munich. Vidal, watched by Rodri. Thiago to Campbell. Goes wide to Alaba. The ball will surely come into the box now. Nope, into Campbell. And back to Alonso. First time effort wide of the post. So we have taken a bit of a battering in this first half, but at the moment it's still 0-0. Can we get a goal here? Lazo at the back post. Oh dear. That was a really good chance, as was Longo's, and we haven't taken them. And this is the difference between you know, domestic football and I suppose even the Europa League to the Champions League. You have to take these chances. They're few and far between, unless you're one of the big teams with the best players around, and we're not at that stage just yet. So Boateng will pick up the ball now, back to Thiago. Offside. 5 minutes away from half time. Can we get in at 0-0, or can we do better than that? Pritchard to Holt. Over the top, Longo is away again. Nobody there in support. He's on his own. Right-footed effort straight at Neuer. You're going to have to do a bit better than that to beat one of the world's best goalkeepers. Lazo has made a lot of mistakes today, apparently. So, things not too bad. Just not clicking up front. And I'm not going to be too hard on them. Let's see what we can say. Can still come out with a win. Managed to get some folk. I'm not happy with Longo. He had a great chance and he messed it up. At least the guys are taking it fairly well. Tell Pritchard we have faith in him. And the back line seem okay, so we can tell them that we got more. Right, okay. That's alright. Not too bad at all. In terms of the tactics, I don't really think there's much else we can change. Certainly, actually, the ball over the top to Longo seems like quite a good option. They seem to be sitting a little bit further forward, so I'm wondering whether we could play higher tempo and possibly go long ball rather than playing it out of defence. Might give up a bit of maybe go more direct passing. We'll just play out defence there and play a little bit more direct. Don't really want to start pumping the ball into the box. He isn't a target man, and we'll go back to hitting early crosses. Alright, let's see how we get on with those few tactical tweaks. And here we go. Pritchard now back to Boer. I always hate the highlights at the start of the half because you kind of start commentating on them, but I think more often than not they just show it because it's at the start of the half, as has been there, although it's a throw now to Bayern Munich, so it suggests there's a chance coming up here. Thiago inside to Alonso, pulling the strings, the 35-year-old Spaniard. big player for them, even though he is getting on a bit. Campbell now, Pritchard closing him down, Alonso again. So the one thing about playing that defensive midfielder is Alonso has a lot of time on the ball, and I'm kind of thinking about pushing Rodri further forward. Alaba now into the box, cuts it back to Campbell, right-footed cross, Philip away only as far as Alonso, the blocked shot. Now Pritchard will come away, Longo. Can we get a break here? He's on his own against Boateng, I think. Is that Boateng? Yeah, it is. Boer now, 2 men on him, and he's fouled. And we don't get a highlight from there. It's one of these things, do you play for a point or do you go for 3? Because I think we could get some joy if we just try and put a few men further forward. I really don't like playing for draws. Muller now, left-footed cross, headed away by Boer, Alaba, Vidal with the shot. Certainly Munich are trying to get a lot of shots on goal from outside the box, which is better for us as Lam plays in. Lewandowski got the chance there, wide of the front post. Look at these stats, we are getting mauled. Alright, I'm going to change things around. I'm going to take that gamble, and I've just got to figure out who we're going to go for. I think I would like to see Holt. Holt is playing fairly well, so we'll give up. Yeah, so we have 2 deep line playmakers, 1 in defend, 1 in support. We'll give up Vela, and we'll bring on Buonanotte, and attacking midfielder is better for us because it means we'll actually have a shot, and I think his long shots are decent, are they? 12, not too bad. Alright, I think we'll go with that for now. See how it plays out. It is possibly taking a bit of a gamble, but as I say, at home we really need to try and actually get points, and playing for a draw will usually get you nothing because the other team are more likely to score, and you can see the number of chances that they've had today. The fact they haven't scored yet, yeah, I mean, we've had what, 6 blocked shots, so we need to try something here. Alaba inside to Thiago, Vidal into the box, and yet another blocked shot. Rodri is playing fairly well, Rodri, today. I think he's doing his defensive duties rather well. Lewandowski with a header, and it's over. Another chance for Munich. There's really not a lot from us here, and I think this is going to be the story of our Champions League campaign this year. We really can't afford to open up more than we have done. 1 shot on target from 5, not good enough for us really. Campbell out wide to Alaba, and he's round Pritchard. Campbell with a blocked shot. Now have we got a chance? Holt, no. Just lacking that quality when we get the ball and breaking away. Lazo and Longo playing rather poorly and looking nervous as well, so let's bring on Hardy there, and I think I'll bring on Palmer and swap him with Buonanotte and go with that. It would be quite remarkable if Ryan Hardy could score today, but you know, if we came out of this with a 0-0 draw, I wouldn't be disappointed. As I said beforehand, I don't really expect to get any points from these sort of games. If we get them, then it's a bonus. Palmer, dear, is that as good as we can offer? 15 minutes now left to go, and Munich will come at us again. Alonso outside of the box, Vidal now, and they just look very, very comfortable on the ball. We're just not really getting in at them and snapping at their heels. As Muller's into the box, right-footed effort, McCrory with the save, and surely he'll go out wide. Nope, playing a little bit more direct and giving the ball away. Not really ideal, pretty wasteful indeed. and Campbell plays it forward now. Mitrovic, and again, rather than heading it to Boer, decides to head it straight back down the park and give the ball right back to Munich again. Campbell inside to Thiago and Vidal, and this is dangerous. Another missed shot. Tell you what, on a different day, Munich probably would have beaten us about 6-0. Pritchard with the corner. Oh, I thought that went in. Side netting. Saw the net rustle there. 8 shots, 1 in target, 17 and 3 in target for them. It's just been a day of bad shooting. Alonso with a free kick. It hits the bar. Hardy will pick it up. I don't think we'll have a chance from here. Palmer chasing it down, but Boateng just defends as he does, like a class defender. Philip throws it away, and Lewandowski loses out to Wilson. Now the chase is on here. Wilson and Lewandowski. I've got a bad feeling. Okay, it's not too bad then. Mitrovic back to McCrory. McCrory sends it forward, and we've lost the ball yet again. Thiago now. Inside towards Vidal, another long range effort, and this time it's gone in. It was bound to happen. And it's disappointing, I suppose, getting that long into the game, that close to getting something out of it, and it just falls apart in the last minute. As Alaba will now just we're getting outplayed massively here. Lewandowski is through 2-0 surely now. Nope, McCrory has made that save. We've got a lot of work to do if we want to add the Champions League to our list of titles. Yeah. Not too bad, I guess, as far as the scoreline is concerned. They did give it everything. Just it's one of those things, you know. I could blame my tactics, but I just generally think Munich are a class outfit. The other game finished 1-0 to Barcelona, so it looks as though the kind of 2 top seeds are probably going to be the teams who will go through, and it'll be between ourselves and Milan to fight out for that 3rd place. So a little bit disappointing, guys. Sorry I couldn't deliver another shock result for a European night for Rangers. Let's see what we have here. Okay. To be honest, if anyone could actually try and argue that we should have got something out of that game, they need their eyes checked. It was very, very, very one-sided. 60% possession, 21 shots to 9. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed our first foray into the Champions League. If you have, please leave a like and a comment. It really helps me out. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And until the next match, which I'm wondering what we're going to do here, I think we'll probably do all the home games, because I think the away games we are going to get trounced probably. So until the Barcelona match, I'll see you when I see you.